Cover your cough.
Questo? Quando io salivo perché stava vibrando ora, pensai che mentre mi sei detto algo e non so quel che fa io stava vibrando.
Elevator number 2. Fancier.
Hizo otro spike 140.
Way to fight indoor pollution. Take it outside. Don't smoke indoors.
Good afternoon, buenas tardes, bon après-midi, bon pomeriggio, annyeonghaseyo, aloha. Awinala, because it is 3 p.m. Aloha awinala. Welcome back to my vlog. As you saw, my husband accompanied me to my GI follow-up. That's my gastroenterologist, my GI. He was going to give me today my results from my colonoscopy and endoscopy 3 weeks ago because there were some biopsies, and also he removed 2 polyps as opposed to 1 that he removed last year. This time there were 2, but fortunately they were benign. Don't worry, I have no terrible results. My colon actually looked great, and my stomach is so-so. I'll get to my stomach in a little bit, but just wanted to let you know my husband accompanied me, even though it wasn't an appointment for a procedure or anything where I couldn't drive, because he was there for emotional support. You guys saw a video of me a couple of months back where my doctor reminded me that I am a high risk for colon cancer. My grandmother had it, and I have Crohn's disease in my colon, which already increases the risk quite a bit. So he put me on apriso or mesalamine to reduce the risk of cancer, especially from long-term use of biologics, which also leads to cancer in some patients. So I have a triple threat for cancer, which is why I was so distraught at that appointment. In case there were any bad news from this appointment, he would be there to hold my hand and let me know that everything was going to be okay. Fortunately, there was nothing to console me about. Y hola, la la la. Okay, now she's standing on me. So everything was good except for the fact that I now have a new diagnosis yet again. It is called reflux esophagitis. As some of you already know, I've had gastroesophageal reflux disease, or GERD, since I was born. Actually, I've had reflux since I was a baby, and I just read, and the nurse told me at my appointment that acid reflux long-term leads to permanent damage of the tissues in the esophagus, which is called esophagitis. Itis for inflammation, esophagus, esophagitis. This doesn't change a lot for me, actually, because there's nothing to do. She did tell me that the excessive burping is just there. It's just something I'm gonna have to live with. There is something called Gaviscon, which creates a sort of foam in the stomach to kind of seal that gap between the esophagus and the stomach, because you guys know, if you've watched my videos before, that the valve in between those two is actually damaged. Mine is either weak or just completely non-functional, which is why I kind of need my other hand for this, and she's just hanging there. Ugh. So this is my stomach, this is the valve. Because it's not working, all the acid in my stomach just shoots back up to my esophagus, which is reflux, but it also doesn't trap air in my stomach, which is why I burp so much. Okay, you don't want to be on my lap? Te quieres bajar? Say bye-bye. I've been up since 5:30. And I'm like this because I only have 1 hour before I sit down with my student. I actually have to clean the entire house before I sit down with my student, because get this, I forgot the exterminator was coming today, and my husband decided to remind me that before we went to bed. So of course, the entire thing is on me because he's at work, but I don't have the rest of the morning to do it because after I finish with my kid at 9, I have to leave at 9:30 for my appointment in Honolulu at 10:30, and I don't even know when I'm going to come back, and the exterminator comes at 12:30. I really woke up with a positive attitude, but now that it's actually time to move, I'm like, All right, I have to finish doing the preview for this, because check this out. I did the video for the Viking makeup. That's what I'm doing right here. I did a fast forward at like ×2, My husband said it didn't match the music, which was the only royalty-free music I got to find. And he told me, if you fast forward it ×4, then it'll really go with the music and it's perfect. So it's taken me quite a bit, and I'm gonna check the preview right now. I'm gonna hit export. You know, exporting takes a while. So while that exports, I'll get started on all of this stuff. I don't know if you can hear the toilet, but I had some potty business to take care of before I go. And yes, I have left the house before without makeup. I can leave the house without makeup. Sometimes I just choose not to. Today's one of those days, especially because, and get this, I have to go to Walmart by myself. My husband has been the one going to stores, doing everything that has to do with the house, but I really need to do it myself because my husband has a really odd schedule, which you guys already know, and I can't wait for him to get it for me. Of course, I'm gonna be super cautious. All right, I got this. Not ideal for preventing viruses, but it's what I have. Anyway, today's appointment is about my last follow-up with my primary. I need to get some prescriptions for my travels because we leave next month and I don't want to wait till the last minute to get a refill that's going to last me until I get my next provider in our next state. I don't know about you guys, but our, you know, I don't know what you call it, like this station where you put your keys and your phone, your wallet and everything so you can grab it and go out the door. We've added this little pouch for our masks, so all masks are in here. Obviously we need to clean them. This is the only one left, but this is, oh no, yeah, there's no more masks. That's where we put them. So if you haven't considered it yet, I highly recommend it. It's a lot easier than searching for your masks all around the house. Well, this is new and I'm not expecting to get home on time. The office is full, and you know, with the social distancing 6 feet apart, they only allow like 4 people in there at a time. So they put chairs outside right here so that people can wait out here. I don't know what to think because when my doctor gets backed up, like she has a lot of patients, I can easily be here an hour and a half, 2 hours. And I already told you I have to be home by like 12:15 for the exterminator. I made it home, 12:52, about 22 minutes after the guy was supposed to be here. But hey, guess what? I did not get a call. There's no truck parked in front or behind my house, so he's probably gonna arrive later, which is great for me. I'm gonna do my best to clear up the house, what I told you about. Probably just gonna Swiffer, because the most embarrassing thing really is Luna's dog here, because then it looks like we don't clean the house at all. I just finished scraping the last pieces of hair off the Swiffer and I saw the Eco Lab truck pass by. I made it. I didn't mop, I didn't vacuum, but there's no hair on the floor. I'm happy with that. By the way, have you seen our house? That's all my husband's doing. There's a hologram. Hologram? Can I call that a hologram? Yeah. There's a hologram on the guest bedroom window. Then those are just some cute little ghosts that fly around. Lights. And when Halloween comes around, I don't know what the trick-or-treating situation is going to be. He puts on a speaker for that hologram. Last year, kids were so scared they wouldn't even come up to the house to get their candy. It was amazing, because we also have a fog machine. Oh, I hope I get to show you this stuff this Halloween, because I really don't know when they're going to pick up our belongings for the move. But my husband really goes all out for this stuff. Yeah, he's not paying attention. Yes, I'm giddy. I'm really happy today because we're going to have people over. Okay, before you get concerned, it's only going to be 3 people. My husband absolutely trusts these people with my health. They are not reckless party goers that hang out at hot spots, and when they're at work, he has observed, because they're his co-workers, he's observed that they do take precautions when it comes to social distancing, wearing masks, being responsible for not getting infected or anything with COVID. So he is 100% certain that nothing is going to happen with these 3 people over. This is what my husband got me, and I was so touched. I put my head against his chest, which is where I reach, and I had no words. So this was a great surprise. I don't know about you, but I like to save on materials, especially office supplies. I've mentioned before that I make my own flashcards. In fact, I'm actually working on some right now. So you see here, I have a whole box that I got on Amazon of laminating pockets. Then I print out materials that I get from Teachers Pay Teachers, Pinterest, pretty much anything on the internet that you can get either for free or under $5. I'll print out my own things. I'll make my own flashcards so I'm not spending money on flashcards and flashcards and flashcards, because remember, I teach English, Spanish, French, and apart from that, I'll teach grammar, writing, and reading, phonics. I cover so many topics. I can't just invest in materials that already come pre-made, which is why I make my own stuff. So it's kind of the same thing with my other home business. I'll have orders that need to go in the mail, so I print out on regular paper the labels, the shipping labels. I'll cut contact paper and put that on the package or the box, whatever it is. My husband, however, got really tired of seeing me cut contact paper into those adequate squares for the shipping labels, and he got me this on Amazon. It's a, what is it? I don't even know what it's called. It's a Rollo, again, not sponsored because I didn't even know I was getting this. It's a Rollo label printer. And he told me that this isn't just for shipping labels, it's for anything sticky. So I can actually make labels for things in the office. I actually have those, I don't know what you would call them, but my mom used to put these kinds of labels all over my things when I was in elementary school. Let me show you, it's just better to show you, hang on. See right here, I use those kinds of labels and I'll just write them by hand. I have pens, pencils, coloring pencils, markers, office supplies, craft supplies. Those are the cards I use for whether it's my customers or sending somebody a happy birthday card or anything like that. The point is, I like to use labels, so he told me you can even use them to make nice, cute, crafty labels too. And he also got me a whole pack of, what is it, shipping labels. 4x6 shipping labels. This is a whole heavy box. I haven't even opened it. Oh my gosh. Look at that. It was really touching for me because he said, this is for your home business. And I went, you believe in me that much that you actually bought me a shipping label printer? So that was an amazing surprise, and I just, I'm still kind of speechless and I don't know what to say. It's so funny. Our dog is making it abundantly clear that she does not want a bath.
¿Te quieres bañar?
Pronto otra vez.
¿Te bañamos? You don't wanna. Luna, ¿vamos a bañarte? ¿Te quieres bañar?
Esto es un hell no.
Luna, ¿te quieres bañar?
If you have a husky, is this something that you go through as well? Just brushing and brushing and brushing, and the hair just never ends. I tried brushing her daily for quite some time, and it still didn't work. Oh, there she goes. There she goes. There she goes. And she's down. Lunita, ven mamá, afuera. ¿Sí? Ahora vamos para afuera, Luna. Ven, Luna, vamos afuera, mamá. Vamos afuera. Afuera. No, no, no. Vente.
Ya.
Brief detour. We need to get, what is it, an adapter? We need to get an adapter for one of our gaming consoles. And when I say gaming, it's Nintendo. We're Nintendo fans. It is so sunny out today. It would have been a beautiful day for the beach. But, well, we have a prior engagement. Tenemos un montón de meriendas en casa. Next stop, because we didn't find who we were looking for at the other place. I also have a little piece of advice for all my chronically ill friends out there. If you get a lot of medication from the pharmacy, make sure that they have your correct information in their system. I went to Walmart pharmacy, and again, I'm not speaking ill of anybody. I know that mistakes happen. People make mistakes, and machines are just automatic, so they don't even know, they don't think. Somehow a second profile was created for me or under my name at Walmart pharmacy, so I was getting notifications on my phone saying my prescription was ready for pickup, but I had to pay an absurd amount of money for something. I usually pay below 20 bucks. I talked to the person and said, really, I have to pay this amount? And she said, do you have insurance? I told her, yes, I do. She told me it wasn't in the system. I said, how's that possible? Because I picked up a prescription just a couple of days ago, and it turns out I have a second profile somehow. So if you ever run into, what do you call it, an inconsistency with your medications, just make sure that the information is right in the system. It happens. Unfortunately, nobody's coming over today, and the reason a lot of people canceled, and let me tell you, they canceled on private messages because my husband did a group chat to invite everybody, and then they messaged him in private that because of how there has been a lot of talk about fraternization going on, they want to avoid hanging out with people who either live in the barracks or are of lower ranks. The rank talk is always a very touchy subject because the world is split in between people who care about ranks, I use that very loosely, and people who don't care about ranks. That meaning that, like me, I don't care if you're an officer, warrant officer, enlisted, senior enlisted, junior enlisted, whatever. I don't really care as long as we can have pleasant conversations, hang out, you know, just be in good company. That's fine. I do, however, care a little bit about rank precisely because of the whole fraternizing thing. Fraternizing in the sense that if you're, let's say, junior enlisted and you hang out with someone who's senior enlisted, then you're actually such a good person and so good at your job, you get promoted. People can talk, as it happens in high school, that's because you hang out with the senior enlisted person who did you a favor, right? So that happened, but we are making the best of tonight as always. He got mad at me for dying at the same game. He's like, give me that, you're doing it all wrong. I don't know why you don't kill him on the first chance, like the first time you go through. So he's doing it for me.
Where you going?